And we are live, guys. Welcome to the Limitless Mind Body Podcast. I'm Brennan Braun, and here with my partner as always,
Mocha J.
Today our guest is Kuan Liu. He's currently an engineer and the owner of YK Media.
Nice to have me here.
Oh, thanks for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah. How you doing,
man? Not much. Just took a nice sleep after a night of rave.
Yeah,
night of rave. What does that entail?
Entails me dancing to music that goes pooch, 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 pooch.
So you're not just a workaholic.
Yeah, I like to party sometimes.
Work hard, play hard.
Yes.
I think
I like that.
Can speak on that.
we can definitely attest to that. I say it's very important to be able to balance that too, right? Like with not working every single moment of our lives. We try to balance it out ourselves, but you do put a lot of work in. Well, you're doing multiple things right now yourself.
Well, right now I'm definitely in school. I still have to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So far, some of the courses I like, some of them not really.
Yeah.
Usually, in terms of school, like some courses I find really useful, so I pay more attention to that, and some courses not so much.
Yeah.
One example would be something about you typing a bunch of random codes and then doing weird simulations. I just don't really see myself doing that in the future.
Yeah.
And then there's like another course which it was actually an elective I took on operation management, and I learned so much
to do with like what you're actually studying, like the operation management. Whatever.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: like I'm in engineering and I've worked in co-op.
Yeah.
Vast majority of the engineering jobs, from my experience and all my friends who have also went through the co-op program, as well as people working full time, I'll say about 70% of the time you're working with Excel, and that's just not even engineering.
Just that, yeah.
Yeah, and then that course is just all about Excel. So I learned a lot about like all these functions of Excel that I never knew existed.
Parts about it, yeah.
Yeah, so like I realized that has a lot of use in real life, not just in terms of engineering, but jobs in general. It'll help me like sort out Excel spreadsheets a lot more efficiently, how to set things up.
Okay, so it was like from going away from your mandatory classes where like you're like, hey,
basically
this is actually useful for me.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people like when they take these optional courses that they have to take, they usually just select the really easy ones like witchcraft or something. The thing is, like, I'm not about that. Like, if I'm gonna learn about that for fun, or I'm just might as well like learn that on YouTube or something for free and not have to take a test and have my grades tied to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas like
spend all that time, right? Like,
it is a time. Like you're basically wasting time. Like the thing is, like you gotta think of it as like a time investment.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it takes an optional course, like think about how helpful is it gonna to you, not just in terms of like your future career, but like overall like life.
And it must be like pretty taxing if you're really digging towards like a high grade in something that you don't really care about.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of time.
The thing is, a lot of in the real world, like I guess first year engineering grades was really important, at least for U of A, because of the whole first year program, and then getting into this discipline you want and whether it's co-op or not requires a pretty high grade. It's pretty competitive. So after that, just basically pass and have work experience, because the employees don't really look too much at the grades. Primarily, it's just your work experience. How you work.
I feel like also like when you're just focusing on just passing, it makes it just sucks the fun out of like the competitive side of school too. You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna try to pass this, versus like something very interesting for you. You're like, okay, I want to strive to get like the best out of this. Right?
Oh yeah, there's some like, don't get me wrong, like not all mandatory courses are boring. Just about I'll say about 50-50.
Yeah.
Some courses that I actually really like and like to be competitive are like the ones that where you actually have to apply your skills and your, I guess, say brainstorming. One example would be like this one course I took, which is design, where you had design manufacture, where you have to design a little robot and you have to like you're in a group, you have to design on a computer and actually build it.
That's cool.
Yeah, in a machine shop, and then at the end of the year, you're gonna submit the design report and then compete against other teams' design.
Oh, so it was like a competition of just the design beforehand.
Yeah, that's a class. They basically teach us about how to design like solid models on computers, such as think of like, you know, Google's 3D Sketch, Sketch. It's like that, but on steroids, like a way more industrial software.
Oh, okay, like AutoCAD.
Like AutoCAD, kind of like that.
Okay.
And do you battle these robots at the end? How does this work?
Not that specifically. We're not that hardcore. We basically race through. Well, it's like different from year to year. My year was
Like what the robots do.
we had to race across a maze, and then we had to attach a GoPro on the top, and then capture all these items on the way. And
Okay.
surprisingly, like we thought like this was the easiest task out of all the years before us.
To go through a maze.
Well, I mean, the semester before us, they had to like make a robot that shoot or ping pong balls into a miniature basketball court or basketball net.
Beer pong.
Yes, basically a sober version of
That's
it,
where my
like
brain goes.
a school-friendly version of it.
Yeah. That's really cool. So that'd be a good partner for you when you're playing the homies.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are the courses I think is actually useful, and I like to be competitive. I like to win, and they actually have cash prizes too.
They have cash prizes in school.
It's like a whole organized thing with other schools and things like that, or?
Oh no, that's just for one class. I was in there's like a bunch of different student groups on campus where you compete against other class. One of the most popular one is Formula SAE.
Okay, I think I saw something on your social medias and stuff.
Yeah,
and I'd love to get paid to do well in class from school. That'd be great.
That would motivate me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. The funny thing is, right now I think University of Calgary is actually the top Canadian school at the Ninkin competition.
Nice.
Surprisingly, they came out of nowhere.
Calgary's killing it, right? Repping the hometown. So you're going more into like sort of like robotic kind of things with your, and like when it comes to like the engineering that you do, or like the design end of it.
I basically like just basically anything related to like making products. So I like the design aspect of it, the manufacturing, the marketing of it, the business side of it. I'm pretty I will say well-rounded.
Okay.
I like to see how things connect with each other.
Okay, so you understand like the relationship that different aspects of it. That's really cool.
And how do they base off like how you get paid or get the money in schools? Is it based off competition?
Well, there's like different ways. In terms of competition, there's mostly sponsors. So if you look at if you search up Formula SAE on Google Image, you'll see all these different universities with like 50 to 100 logos on their car. Yeah. Some teams are more blessed than others. Probably our school, like we get about 50,000 in cash, and then another 50,000 in resources such as materials, machining, all that.
Yeah.
And there's like top team schools like University of Stuttgart, which are sponsored by Porsche, Mercedes.
And those Bosch car companies.
Yeah,
legit.
I mean, Stuttgart is where Mercedes and Porsche is based. They're headquartered in.
Yeah.
So is this based like these schools get basically lucky for their sponsors, or do you guys have to go out there and find your sponsors?
We're definitely looking for sponsors. It's all about there's several factors going into it. There's depending on like the economy, where we're located, and our connections. Before the oil crash in 2014, usually it would have been pretty easy to get companies to give us money. We just go up to them, hey, do you want to sponsor us? They don't even look at us, like, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Is that how easy it works? Because like maybe we should try this out or something.
Yeah, when the economy is good, definitely do that. And then the sales is a lot easier to sales. So like think of trying to sell a product. If everyone's have money, they were more inclined to buy.
Yeah.
Versus if it's on a recession, they're like, let me think about that.
And then how do you like approach them with that as well? Like hey, just
give me money?
Or like, yeah.
So far, that's actually one of our struggles for our team right now. Our sponsorship state, like our business side in general, is not the best because we're 99.9% engineers. We have like one business student, and he's finance.
Oh, okay.
Not
much of the social types.
But we hear you're quite the businessman with your own side business.
So far, I basically created for a formula. I've created a template using my skills in graphic design. I've basically made it like redesigned their sponsorship package. Beforehand, it looked like it was just done by a 7th grader on Microsoft Word with very bad graphics design.
Okay.
I can't really explain it. I can only show it. Like something you'll see in the 2005. I don't know. Okay. And then I redesigned it. We actually took some photos of the car actually, and then they end up using it for their presentation because like it was high quality pictures.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been used. So we've been making it so this way it looks more presentable to the potential sponsors. We also created, or at least I created, a little short promotional video for both this year's car and last year's car. I don't know if you've seen it.
I think I saw one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So it started with like a drone shot and then a few close up of the car, and then thanking our sponsors in the end.
And
Okay.
are these videos up online for people to see? Or is it just for sponsors?
Yeah. So if you go search up U Alberta Formula SAE, their channel should show up, and there should be this year's car and last year's promo. I mean, this year's promo video and last year's promo video.
Okay.
The thing is, I noticed like if sponsors sponsor us, they want to get noticed.
Yeah.
That's the main reason. So we think it's a good idea.
Quality, like showing of like how would you present the company that sponsors you.
Yeah. And do the sponsors pick like their ad designs? Is that all you guys? Or you guys just throw out sample images and they kind of just like, all right, I want this.
So the way it works that there is different sponsorship packages. And it's all based on monetary value.
Yeah.
Like they can give us direct cash, was easy to measure. But if let's say they give us services like machining parts, we just have to listen to them and then take whatever the charge rate is and get an estimate to the equivalent value. So we have different categories or tiers.
Of like
so the more you pay, the more like the bigger the logo or more stuff you get.
Okay.
And sometimes, like if they pay enough, they also get their names also on our team T-shirt for that year.
Oh, okay. It was like soccer teams, or
it's basically like that.
Yeah, the big logo on there.
Just a lot more educated, I would assume.
Yeah, man. So do you guys like race these cars, or is this like an every year kind of thing where you're racing, or?
So we compete every year.
Yeah.
There's, I will say, I don't know the exact number, but definitely more than 4. It's like a global location, and it all takes part in different places and different times of the year. So the one we go to is in Lincoln, Nebraska. That is, that's a pretty like middle of nowhere. It used to be in California, but I don't know for whatever reason decided
they
to
cheaped
change.
out. They started throwing you to Lincoln.
I don't actually know the story, but yeah. I mean they're both really hot in the time we go.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I actually ever got sunburned twice in my life.
And Lincoln was one of the places.
Well, both of them.
Wow.
Just separated by a year.
Yeah. I feel like I don't think there will be ever a time that I can say, I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really been on my list.
No.
To be honest.
Yeah, it's not really a well-known place.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, what's there exactly?
That's where like the telephone museum or whatever it is.
I guess it just
whoever's watching this, we're super Canadian, and we don't want to offend you guys. But
I'll probably say the reason it is they just got a really good discount on the airfield. Maybe it's just really cheap to rent. We gotta make some money somehow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good Airbnbs, I assume, down there.
Yeah, it's a good Airbnb for a competition spot.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really like that. That you guys have to build your own creativity in the way that you guys like. First of all, get sponsors and obviously with your designs and whatnot. What would you say is like a good way to like exercise your like creativity and like whatever you're doing?
Just look at other people and see. Look at what other people are doing that are actually successful. What you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the one advice. I
just like see different types of ways that people approach the same kind of goal.
Yeah. I usually look at like bigger brands or people. I think I look into like say Formula 1, right? They have lots of sponsors, and then Ferrari, for example, they basically market the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every like Shell is one of their sponsors for Formula, and then Shell uses all these commercials saying like, "Oh, we support."
It's
kind of stuff like that, like
all over the place, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like just looking at like how big players do it, and then just trying to see why they do it, and then how you can imitate it.
Okay, so it's like sort of like reverse engineer, like how
basically
what the reason behind it. Okay, and like when it comes to like creating, like because you can look at what they're doing and then making your own. How do you like translate that? Just be like, hey, okay, so this is what they're doing. But then for what I'm using it in my micro level, how do you like sort of like be like, okay, from this idea, how do I make it my own?
Oh, that's a tough question there. if you're talking about like how to copy what they're doing into and incorporate into the way I would do it, just
Yeah, so like instead of hey, let me copy this commercial
Ferrari
for you,
commercial.
basically, but like just put in my like, product instead, but instead doing like let me get inspired by that and then make it
How do you incorporate your own style
personality
into their?
just basically it's like kind of like remixing a song. Just see what you like about their stuff and what you don't, and think you could improve on based on your belief and your thought and your strategy. That's basically so. Just change the parts that you would not normally do on there. So it's just like you only imitate what you think works and like about that,
Yeah.
and then change whatever you think is not really effective.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy for someone who's just raving. I believe the words you used.
The remixing, I like it.
Remixing, I like it. I like it a lot. I really want to just know your mindset for this competition for all these engineering. Like, you guys can't just be showing up to just place or whatever. Like, you guys probably get fairly competitive if you're doing this for school, I assume.
Well, we try to be competitive. One of our biggest downfall compared to other teams is location and resources. Like
You say that you guys have like because you're in Edmonton, it's like
yeah, that's one of the big factors.
Okay.
I mean, right now, if you go outside, there's no way we can test our car. Our car basically turned to a popsicle in a few seconds. That's one thing. Like last year's first place overall winner was Texas A&M.
okay.
And then like, first of all, they have a lot more team. I'm pretty sure they have a lot more sponsors, a lot more resources. Yeah. And here's the other big factor. It's in Texas. They don't have snow.
Yeah.
So they can test
all year.
They can test all year. They can make sure that they have like all the time to make sure that nothing in the car will go wrong, because anything will happen in a competition.
That's interesting to think about too, actually. Yeah.
Flaw of the north, the snow, screwing us over again.
Yeah, like like in terms of I realized like seeing how hearing stories and stuff. Location is very important in where you start a business.
Yeah.
Like people don't think about it or realize location. One example is right now there's I don't know if you guys heard of the city Shenzhen. I might butcher
Shenzhen.
in China.
Yeah.
Okay, it's basically like think of it like the Silicon Valley of China.
Okay.
Except they're more focused on hardware. So like think of the DJI drones. Those are manufactured and designed in there.
Okay.
Same with what other companies you might know? There's probably a lot that I don't even know, but like basically a lot of hardwares like such as headphones, drones,
like tangible like
electronics like you can hold. Yeah. They're all like built there, and all the companies are based there. What's the reason? Because there's a lot of engineers there, located there.
Sort of like formulated.
Yeah, there's a lot of also a hardware factory there. So it's so you can design something, buy the parts right away, and then make a prototype in less than a day. Wow. Whereas in a traditional like company, say here, you have to order parts online, you have to wait for them to ship, and then if something's wrong, you have to like send them back. Yeah. So it's like, so for them, like for something where it would take anywhere from 2 to 3 months to prototype,
one day.
They can do it in one day. So that's just from location.
Super efficient. Yeah, that is one of the biggest things. Like you're not gonna open up like a fast food restaurant in the middle of nowhere or.
Yeah. I would like with that like knowing that like what is like the ways that you try to like overcome that, like knowing that hey, we can't test our car all year. Do you guys have like create an indoor kind of place to test out or?
So far we are actually not that very successful. We normally test outdoors. Castro Raceway, their parking lot has been basically the main primary sources of testing. In
a parking lot?
Yeah, they have we don't really use their, I don't know the whole story, but so far we haven't tested on the drag strip. But during like times when they're operating, the parking lot's pretty big. Yeah. That's usually where we're like, parking lots with no light poles in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it just like messes up and crashes into people. Okay. So you have some sort of media company, I guess. I'm not too sure how to get into that. What would you?
Okay, so YK Media is just a thing that came up between me and one of my good friend Yasher. So YK means Yasher Kuan.
Okay.
Initially we thought just KY, but we sounded like I'm pretty sure YK sounds better, and someone told me KY, so I'm like sex lube company. So.
Yeah, KY Jelly. It's,
Yeah, so I was like, oh, probably don't want to get the wrong idea there.
I mean, we had the same thing because it would go BJ for us, so we're gonna have to stay away from that one.
Funny enough, I'm pretty sure you know some people that actually made the whole BJ with the. Pretty sure you know two certain people. So,
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, we won't name, but yeah.
Yeah. So you and it's just you and your buddy Aster there.
Yeah.
And so you guys, how'd you guys get started into doing this?
So we knew each other from being a frat before.
Nice, classic.
It's kind of hard to describe, but first of all, we started a road trip to Seattle and to see our
with the frat boys and
yeah, to see the ones in the States party, and then we knew a guy from our chapter that was staying there for the summer.
Yeah.
So we went there and then we made all these videos with our phones, and then it was I had a little mechanical stabilizer called a Steadicam for my iPhone 6, and then I was walking around taking some videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I always had an interest in video before, but I never really got big into it at the time.
It's like you didn't really have an excuse to do it really.
I mean, I wanted to do it. The excuse that the equipment's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's always a excuse. Like money is the biggest excuse of all time, and it's sometimes a legitimate excuse.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, like even because I'm trying to get into media as well, and that's like such a huge roadblock. It's like you have to just take it step by step when you're getting new equipment.
Yeah.
So you originally just started just from like, hey, we're just filming some random stuff as we're going along this road trip, basically.
Yeah, we filmed random stuff, and then I asked him to take the photos for the Formula 2016 car for our promotional material, and then I was gonna video it.
Oh, okay.
I remember I got a drone at the time, about a week before 2 weeks. I don't know why I got it. Oh no, I think
just casually get a drone.
Yeah. No, I remember there was a reason behind it. I'm trying to think.
Just like
I remember I wanted to start I was thinking about possibly starting my own YouTube channel, and it's like I want to get some cool shots. I think because I remember now because I had my iPhone 6. Like it can take some quality videos.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it, people won't notice that's actually an iPhone shot with an iPhone. So, but then I was like, a lot of people, my thinking at the time was a lot of people has a DSLR that can shoot video, so I'm pretty sure like I don't need to spend $400 to $800 on a camera. So rather I'm gonna spend on a drone because I don't know that many people at the time that had a drone. And I got some really sick aerial shots, and people were like, damn.
It's like looks super. I think
don't give him too many ideas because he really wants a drone.
I'm getting wet over here.
Well, I might be selling one, so if you want a beginner drone, you know who to hit up.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just like, hey, maybe I'll start some random YouTube channel, just doing random stuff, and then so you just started like editing random videos together, like, and you're just like, oh, this is fun kind of thing, or
around that same time I started editing videos, just practicing. I was debating what software to use, so there was Adobe. Like beforehand, I knew how to use iMovie because I've done a bunch of small video edits for the small business I worked with. It was like very simple stuff. So, and I really enjoyed it. So I also really enjoyed video editing, and I've seen like bigger YouTubers on making like really cool short videos. Kind of inspired me. I don't know if you guys know the guy Freddie Wong.
Yes, I do.
Freddie W. You've seen some of his videos. Yeah. Like he was one of my biggest inspiration. Like so that's how I learned about like After Effects and Adobe Premiere, working together.
Super like CGI kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I was like,
are you on YouTube right now?
I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not creating consistent contents right now. I'm potentially thinking of it, but if you do want to follow me now, it'll be under Kuansterful, so KUANSTERFUL.
I like it.
Yeah. It's basically, I made it up when I was in like grade 8. It was like Kuan plus wonderful, Kuansterful.
Oh, sounds like your gamer tag or something.
Yeah,
it does.
I like it.
Okay, so now you and your buddy were like, hey, like we like editing videos, making videos, and then so how did it like become like, hey, let's make this business out of it? How to get to that point?
So it started with like Yasha doesn't really do much video. Like the way we split it up, he does photos and I do video.
Okay, so you guys like do like complementary.
Yeah. So we both like he knows a bit of video stuff and I know a good amount of photo stuff too.
Yeah.
But we just realized like I want to focus more on video. He's more focused in photos. So we decided like, hey, we can offer both videos and photos to potentially small businesses.
Yeah. So work off of like help each other's weaknesses out.
Yeah, basically, or just like spreading the workload because like I know there's a good amount of overlap between photos and videos, but there's a huge amount of difference between the two that it takes a lot of time to learn both.
To do both, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people who are like professional photographers, and then they come up to me like, so like these couples asked me to actually start filming their their wedding too, and my autofocus keep going out of focus, or like, how do I edit this? How do I do slow motion? I was like. Yeah, so it's very different.
Yeah. Okay. And so like with like when it comes to like say like marketing yourself or like finding clients and stuff, like do you guys have another person that does that or?
So far not really. We created our own Facebook page and Instagram. Instagram we just kind of neglected. Fair. Most of our work just been mostly through word of mouth because initially we did some stuff for free and then we showed them. Sorry?
I said you always have to do some like free work at the start, right?
Yeah. The problem is you don't want to work too much. Like if you really value it and you believe the quality of work is beyond what it is free and you've done enough of it to show that, you really gotta start making that initial like potentially lose out work by saying, hey, I'm not doing this for free.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My dad's favorite saying was if you're good enough to get paid to do something, you're not doing it for free. So but he was a boxer, so that attained to basically punching people in the face. So I mean, like,
try not to punch people in the face for free.
That's
I do that.
I mean, if it pays a bill, I'm pretty sure I'll punch someone too.
I mean, I'll get punched if you want to pay my bills. Like, please.
So you just basically just like had that. Did you like have that mindset when you started doing that free stuff? Like, hey, eventually I understand. You get good enough. I'm gonna start getting paid for this. Or it's like sort of like, oh, you're just doing it for fun at first, and like, oh, maybe you know what, I should start getting paid.
That is a key. Like when you start out, you gotta really love what you do, or that you're doing for free. Because if you hate it doing it for free, then it's gonna be a lot. Then like you getting work for it, it's gonna be a lot harder.
It's gonna be a lot of stress.
And when did you realize you're like, hey, I'm valuable. I got this. This is my thing.
When I show people my video and they're like, oh, damn, that looks really good. And then when I said, yeah, show out my iPhone, like, oh, really? That's when I knew I had the potential.
You're just like, oh, this could be a thing.
And it feels good, right, when people recognize what you do, even because you said it was kind of just a hobby at first.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hobby, but I also knew it has the potential to make business because I know like a few friends who made a full living just shooting photos. I was like, photos are not too bad.
Yeah.
And then, but the thing is, in general, I just like videos more, just from like early childhood. I'm I guess watching all my favorite YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just love video. So you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna do this for fun, and then people started actually appreciating your fun time, and if you can get paid for that, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I guess this is our next intermission.
Intermission, guys. We'll be right back. That intermission is brought to you by Chato Monk. He just paid us $100.
Nice.
Or getting us pizza. I'm not really sure.
So, so you obviously do video. Do you like intend on in the future planning on going into photo as well, or just like, hey, I'm gonna people that do that kind of stuff?
In terms, I might do like I'll definitely like I already do a bit of photos. I shoot a bit of photos and edit them. I'm definitely gonna do photos more for on the side of just for fun and hobby.
Okay.
The thing I noticed, like even Yash admitted it, is that to actually get paid with photos is a lot harder than videos. Because like I'll say about 80 to 90% of the monies we made from YK just from video work.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like everyone has a camera phone nowadays, or everyone's kind of a mini photographer in their own way.
That's a key. Everyone has a DSLR. Everyone wants to be a photographer and Instagram model and stuff. So everyone likes focus on photos. Yeah. Like it's like everyone wants to be a DJ a few years back.
Yeah.
Everyone think, oh shit, I'm gonna be a DJ and shit.
And everyone got their own little little DJ kit and everything.
Yeah, so it's just like that. So everyone's trying to do this for free. It's like, hey, I'll offer you for free work. So it's just like,
so that
the supply's oversaturated.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The supply's way over the demand. So
You have to really stand
well, I mean,
out.
if you look at Instagram nowadays, I can name off like 500 million people who are just doing yoga poses outside.
yeah,
So
yeah, just taking on your, like, even with the iPhone pictures now, like, are unreal. Like, just hit on auto and you're good to go.
yeah, that's the other thing
Yeah.
too. So, and even like I admit it, like some of the photos, like there's it's like a diminishing return.
Yeah.
It's from like say $1,000 iPhone to I don't know $5,000 professional DSLR.
Yeah.
In most situations, the difference is barely noticeable.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot of like differences that make it why it's like 5 times the cost.
Yeah.
But that's only under like ideals or non-ideal situations for the phone. So let's say low lighting, or you gotta reach out really far, or you gotta like shoot multiple things at once. Those kind of factors. That's when the DSLR will really shine over the like say an iPhone.
Was that like one of the reasons that you're like, not, like, I sort of want to avoid photos for now, or like,
Yeah, like it's oversaturated. I think it's a little, everyone wants to be a photographer. I don't really want to get that whole thing. That's another reason why we didn't just put like Kuan Liu photography or production. Everyone's just putting their name on there, and the thing is, I thought like you want to be like just between me and Yasher.
Yeah.
So we decided to put something that sounds more legitimate. So YK Media sounds like more like something more professional than say Kuan Liu photography or Kuan Yasher photography.
Because I mean, like everyone has that on Instagram. Was it your phone that you just got? That the picture's phenomenal.
Pixel 2.
Yeah, that actually has some
selfie
of the best
game is
camera.
strong.
Just like, yeah, it looks even better than my DSLR. So, and I was like, yeah, telling him about that. I'm like, yeah, like literally, I just grab this phone, I can be a professional photographer now.
Yeah.
But from your pocket, just pull it out. You're good.
Good to go. Yeah.
Probably record on it pretty good. We probably don't even need these mics. we just get a bunch of Pixel 2s and plug them in.
Good to go.
I mean, a lot of like when I first wanted to get into videos and like from YouTubers at the time, I didn't have a cell phone. Like I didn't have a cell phone till grade 10.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I know. I was a late bloomer.
Have them now.
Yeah,
my little 12-year-old brother has one right now.
Well, it's like, what are they even doing? Like, I see some of them Snapchatting, and I'm like, man, you don't even know what this is for. You don't even know how we use this as adults.
When it comes to like with the way that you create your videos and whatnot, like how do you relate with like people that are maybe 12-year-olds that are on their phones or whatnot, or do you like market to certain people, or
like my business, or
yeah, with the YK Media, is like marketed to a certain type of audience, or
we don't really market. We realize that people usually, I mean, we do market. We market to people who usually have weddings, because we know so far like the people who can actually pay us the budget are usually consistently are wedding couples.
Huh.
So I mean, here's the thing: wedding photographers oversaturated.
Yeah.
Wedding videographers not so much. I mean, there's still search videographers. I've looked through a few of them in Edmonton, and I was like, holy crap, that looks bad.
Okay.
I mean, like, here's the thing: a lot of people, like, when they first get into it, they just shoot random clips.
Yeah.
Slap random clips on the video, and then put a music over it. Yeah. And then delete the audio from the original clip.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, if you're just doing this for fun, it's all good. Like, it still shows good quality content.
Yeah.
It's all about so like call it quality still, like content still king in terms of video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying that I can offer way more better value, like in terms of storytelling, in terms of visual quality for the wedding videos for these clients.
And that's what you really want, right? When you're making a video, is you're telling a story essentially, instead of being it written down on paper like back in the day. Yeah. It's a visual now, right?
So you're saying like when you go into like even before you've taken any hit record or anything, you already have like the video sort of pre-planned then? Is that what you're saying, or?
Oh yeah, there's depends also on the project. Like say if I have a short film, huge planning goes into it. Yeah. Huge planning. I have like what we guys call it storyboards, or we call it storyboards, where we basically like draw out a rough sketch of all the frames, like one by one, like scene 1, scene 2, and the location. And from there, then we know exactly what we need, like the props we need, where we need to go for the shot, the audio.
Okay.
Whereas weddings, I do have an idea, but that really depends on how well the couple cooperate with us. Sometimes they don't tell us anything, and then we just go with the flow, and then it's like, okay, I just have to work with what I get.
That's probably a lot of pressure, because especially dealing with a wedding video, that's got to be pretty perfect, I would say, for those couples.
There is a lot of pressure. First of all, you want to get all the important shots, like them kissing during the vow, cutting the cake, them getting ready.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about making sure that nothing happens to the camera or the SD card, no media is lost. They'll be pretty pissed if they pay you. Yeah,
we had a scare about that the other day.
Yeah.
So how did you like find out that there's that need for videographers in the wedding world? Just like stumble upon it, or?
Well, the thing is, we already knew that like weddings is a big business, and then one of the person I know, he's after he graduated, he made a full-time living just doing photos. Like he told me he charged $4,000
for a wedding.
For a wedding, he did a lot of free ones, and then they were really good.
Wow.
We gotta like stop this health
body
promotion stuff and just take pictures.
Okay, and then so from that you're just like, oh, I want to see what market is in there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, initially me and Yasha didn't really want to do weddings.
Oh yeah.
So we originally just want to do like cars, automobiles, like real estate.
Yeah.
And possibly just like fun skits. Those are like the things that were in our interest when we first began.
Okay.
And then one of my friend messaged me on Facebook saying, "Hey, you do video. This is a guy I want to connect with. He's looking for help." So that's how I'm talking about. It's all about word of mouth. Like, it's more of people coming to me rather than me looking for people.
That's nice, yeah.
And so I said sure, and then found out that it was for a wedding, right?
Yeah.
So I met up with him, and that time I was still shooting with all my like ground videos with an iPhone. Like,
oh really?
Like I might have like low key mentioned it, but when I first started out, like serious into this kind of stuff for the first 3-4 months, I've been using my iPhone 6.
Really?
Yeah, so I bought like a gimbal, like which is like a 3-axis motorized stabilizer.
Yeah.
And then just shot from there. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to get started, you don't really need a professional camera. Just need any quality smartphone will do.
Yeah.
Like your Pixel 2 can definitely shoot better videos than your Nikon that's filming us right now.
100, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, there's of course, there's like certain limitations to it.
Yeah.
So non-ideal lighting conditions, and then battery life. Those are the things that I'll like. But if in terms of getting started, just having something to record with good quality videos, like a smartphone is more than enough.
Fair enough. And you'd say that like, as long as you know how to do the others, like everything else, like having the creative storytelling, everything else, okay.
Just the drive to do it, and then knowing what you want to make, and then having an iPhone is more than a great starting point.
Yeah.
But getting back to the how I got into the wedding business, so I met up with a guy that was introduced by my friend. And then he had like some really expensive Sony cameras that are designed for video. Yeah. So
and he was just like, here, use these, basically.
Well, like I didn't know at the time. He just showed these cameras. I guess it was just basically trying to tell me, hey, I'm serious. I have these $4,000 cameras and $1,000 lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time I didn't know too much about cameras, so.
So you're just like, no, I'm gonna use my iPhone instead.
Yeah. Well, I think he hired me because he wanted my drone. I had a drone at the time. Like drone shots make a huge difference to video quality or like overall like quality of the video.
That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, so I asked Yasha to help me, and then we ended up going to this wedding in the summer, like a bit outside of Edmonton.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like, oh damn, like me and him actually enjoyed it. Actually enjoyed wedding. It's like, hey, I think we have potential on this.
It wasn't as bad as you thought.
Yeah, it wasn't. Okay. Well, the thing is, like, we didn't want to get into the whole wedding business, like the whole stereotype, like a photographer and stuff.
Yeah.
But then coming back at it, it's like, we realized like not that many people do wedding videos.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, after I shot the day after the wedding, I looked up some examples of wedding edits on YouTube of seeing what we can create.
Yeah.
And I've seen some like really good quality, like really good. Like I thought it was a movie. I thought it was like scripted. Like that's how good it was. Like quality videos, and then it seems like damn, like that kind of stuff. Like if I can get myself to that level of production, because the thing is that help. Like why I want to do weddings, not just for the money. Like I want to do this so I can actually make the amazing wedding video, like or just video in general, like the quality, the storytelling, the audio, everything.
You just love your craft.
Yeah, like I would consider myself an artisan. Like not just like I like making things in general, whether it's just videos, photos, software programs, product designs. So that's the thing I like about in engineering. I like the design and artisan aspect of our engineering, like to think about like how to make something and how to and actually making it.
Yeah, that's crazy, especially when you do what you love. And how do you find your partnership with Yasher? Because I know like you guys are friends first, and they always say don't get into business with your friends, but I don't ever listen very well, so we're kind of doing the same thing.
Well, it depends on how well you and your friend cooperate before you start the business, like on other things. So me and him, we had like good communication skills beforehand. We didn't really like, there was no real drama. Yeah. If that kind of happens, chances are when business happens, it won't be that much drama either.
But there could be no drama beforehand, and then like, all of a sudden, like, you're bickering at each other over the stupidest things. Like this is stories you hear all the time. Like when you hear you move in with your best friend, and all of a sudden, a month later, they're no longer your best friend at all. You fucking hate them.
I guess you could travel. I mean, we did like travel and stay together for like almost 2 weeks.
So you've already
road tripping,
so the relationship got serious.
Yeah, we kind of just you can probably consider it as a little test drive.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's fair, because we don't fight, and that's really concerning.
I mean, we definitely will like we will say like I guess argue, but like we would definitely like negotiate with each other on the stuff that needs to be done.
Yeah. And so like you guys like separate when you guys are in business mode versus like, hey, we're just like hanging out now, or do you guys like it's always just like,
to be honest, right now it's not like a full-time business where our lives depends on it. Yeah. Right now, of course, we're both in school, so we can't put our full effort in. Yeah. This is just something to, this is just like a business gig to basically help support our hobby as well, so pay some bills. Pay like small, like say when I say go for dinner, I just use the money I made from the photo shoot like a week ago.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'd rather like make money through something I like and I can develop than like say working at, I don't know, Future Shop.
Yeah, fair enough. So as you guys going along, and how do you like? I'm curious as to say like, because you're probably gonna end up doing a lot more wedding videos and whatnot. But how do you make it still fun and not like repetitive for yourself?
Try to make each one custom. It's like each one a unique video. Like if you're just doing the same, like if you have a template already laid out for say every video, you're like a factory worker. You're pumping in the footage and pumping out the video, and they're all like identical. That's the way I see it. So it just becomes too repetitive. You're not being creative enough. In my mind, being creative and creating something new. So that's the thing. Like if you look at my video from beginning to end, you might notice a small like quality, like increase in video quality, whether it's audio or storytelling or the edit. It gets slightly better and better.
You're always trying to,
and that kind of keeps me like.
Yourself
and do you find that challenging? Because like I've been to quite a few weddings, and I find them all the same. Like you gotta sit there, be quiet, wait for them to kiss. All right, time to get drunk. Toonie bar.
Well, I haven't shot enough wedding yet at that point.
Oh, okay. So you don't find it very challenging to just kind of change it up or make the videos different? Well,
it really depends on the client and what they want and the budget, right? Let's say if they just want us, let's say they only have like $500, $600 to shoot their vow. Yeah. Like I can't really be that too creative. Like because one video I did was in like a bit outside of Calgary, and then just asked, okay, we'll just pay you $800. Yeah. And then just for us to be there for about 4 hours. We didn't really shoot them preparing. Yeah. With like the bride getting ready or the groom getting ready. We just showed up. We just shot a bit of footage of the location, them getting ready for the ceremony, and a bit of the first dance.
It's like different commitment levels for different weddings. Fair enough.
It really depends on the budget too. Like sometimes, let's say if they want multiple cameras, they want different angles of the ceremony all at once. we'll definitely do like there's more cameras than we have. I don't want to get quality, so we gotta rent a camera. Of course, these ones cost like almost $200 a weekend. So
that needs to be taken care of.
and that has to take out of the money. So the thing is, like right now, we're still trying to break into the higher end markets, because higher end wedding market. Because so far, most people were trying to get the clients either through word of mouth or Kijiji. I noticed that we noticed that the clients on Kijiji are usually the cheaper type.
Yeah.
So
like
usually, like there's a limit on how much we can make.
Yeah.
The quality of the video too. So
what is like? So you're trying to get to like the market of people that are more wealthier, I guess, or like more esteemed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, first of all, they can afford it, and then I heard stories from other people that the richer, the more they're paying you, the more they will respect you.
Yeah.
I heard about, like, I can't personally attest to that, but I heard of that from a lot of big name YouTubers who've made some livings through weddings.
Okay.
And also, those people who have the money, they have connections with people that have money, so they can probably like hire you as well for other businesses, like for videos.
You're always networking, even if you don't know it. Anything you do, if you're doing it for a hobby.
It's all about the right networking. Like you can network with anyone. It's depend on the right networking.
You're not gonna go network at this rave tonight and be like. Hey,
depends if the guy owns a business and he's a videographer. It's a good connection.
The 18-year-old headbanging out there. Hey man, I got your wedding. Like, don't worry about it.
That's very true.
So you're in competitive engineering basically, and you're doing the side business on the side basically. And how do you like? That's gotta be like tough mentally. That's gotta be pretty draining. Is it not? Or?
Yeah, definitely. My grades definitely took a small hit.
Yeah.
After that, right now my co-op ended, and then I realized I don't want to do 6 courses a semester anymore. So I'm gonna split probably my last year into 2.
Okay.
And then that basically eases things up. And then last semester has been really chill because I was taking mostly all the elective course. So like the business law, how not to get sued.
That's an important one. If you
give us
some pointers, we'll talk to you.
Yeah, that actually goes back to the whole taking elective courses actually helps you, because business law was really useful. Like I could have taken, I know something they say easy like witchcraft over business law, but I took that. I mean, the exam was hard.
Is witchcraft an actual course? Or
there is at U of A. It's like you learn about witches and Harry Potter.
Oh, what?
I heard about it.
Okay.
There's potions and stuff, or
that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you learn about the culture of a witch. I don't know, like culture, media, and books, and medieval arts.
How do you get like a professor degree in that? Like,
I don't know.
Sign me up if I can just talk about Lord of the Rings all year long and
That'd be great,
get paid $60,000. Sign me up.
Yeah. So you've learned to like, hey, I'm gonna value my time by spreading out my classes so I can still do this on the side as well.
And the thing is, I still want to be a student for a bit more. People told me that life after graduation sucks.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was like, might as well enjoy my last few years before I join the workforce.
School's definitely a gift, especially when you're trying to adult and everything gets more stressful and your friends start doing other things.
Yeah.
So definitely enjoy that school, but yeah, that's definitely like crazy what you're doing right now. As far as mentally and focusing on that, how do you stay focused on that?
Just have a grand vision in the end, and then I have a little whiteboard, so I usually write down what I want to do. Yeah. It also helps to keep track of what I actually need to do right away.
Yeah.
So like in terms of long-term goal, I just write it down on the board and look at how other people have done it. Yeah. But in terms of like short-term stuff, I need to do right away, like say assignment due, or I need to pay my credit card, or put the all my like.
It's like a to-do list. Like, let's get this done.
Or break it down into a spreadsheet, see what you spend for this, how much money you spend on each of the things. That's what I've been doing for the past few years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's when I realized I spent way too much eating out. Yeah. That's how you know. I can put an exact dollar amount to it.
It bites into your money for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just writing on a whiteboard. Like distractions, you always get distracted no matter what.
Of course, yeah.
The problem is, it's just a habit.
And what distracts you probably the most, would you say, as a male?
Other than school, probably like video games.
Yeah.
Video games addiction.
That's the kicker.
That is a kicker.
So when you try to like fight these distractions, you like just like how do you sort of go about that? Do you be like, hey, okay, let's not do this, or instead just focus?
I can't pwn all these noobs right now. I need to do this schoolwork. How do you stay focused on that?
The thing is, it's not about staying like I'm pretty sure I have a bit of ADD.
Yeah.
The only way I can stay focused is if I get a roll, like something rolling on my actual work. Because the thing is, I can sometimes like work on something straight for, let's say, 4 hours without break.
Yeah.
It just depends on like if I know what I'm doing, and I can see I know what I'm doing, I know where it's going, and usually that's I get something rolling, and then just keep on rolling. It's kind of like once you start. Once you start like kicking a skateboard and it gets to a fast enough speed, you basically don't need to kick anymore. It just goes.
Yeah.
So the reason why I get into like get distracted, my biggest reason for getting distracted is like say if I hit a roadblock, like say oh crap usually like one example right now is I'm trying to make a 2017 show reel, like just a quick clip of all my video work for this year.
Yeah.
And then so far I realize I'm having trouble finding the right music for it. And then that's been like, that caused quite a bit of delay in me finishing that.
So you're just like, oh man, I'm just going to play videos now.
Yeah, but even beforehand, like before to that point, I basically did all that in like less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
I went through, imported all my clips, cut them up, only showed it on the interesting parts, put them together on the timeline.
So you put more focus on like, hey, let's get something started, anything started.
Yeah, something rolling.
And then
that's how you get focused. At least for me.
You need a break too. Like your brain is literally like a motor, and if you just keep it running, it's gonna blow out. You're gonna hit those roadblocks. And, But I always find it hard when I hit a roadblock is getting back to it. Video games is a great analogy. You know, you just can't beat that damn level, and it makes no sense. And it's 2 a.m. and you're ready to throw your controller through the TV and. Like, all right, whatever, fuck it, I'm going to bed. And then, like, the next, 3 days later, you finally get the courage to turn that game back on, and you're like, click one button, and you're like, past the level, and you're like, really?
You always got to sit back and just look at it with a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah, different observation, definitely through different times and how your state's going. But how do you find getting back to it? Do you find it easy to get back to, or?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
If I sometimes go into it and then, I find a solution. Sometimes I go into it, it's still in the same problem.
Okay.
And that's when I really get distracted. It's like, or try to do something else.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a lot of people that you go to for help on some of your projects and stuff?
Creativity, yeah, I guess so. Sometimes I tell them, I can't find the music.
Yeah. Sometimes
it's help. Sometimes they can't help. They can make a suggestion for, say, music I could use, or something else, like how to continue the edit, like what to edit the rest of the video on. Sometimes it is on just brainstorming. What do I want to show?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know what to show, and sometimes oh crap, how am I gonna get this shot?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. And it's always good to get outside opinions. Sometimes it's good to get some help.
Oh, it's phenomenal. If all of our brains worked together and we all decided to collaborate, there's tons of examples throughout history that we've done that and achieved remarkable things. Like a group of scientists in NASA and what they're doing, and all those guys, and just really phenomenal teams all working together. So if we were all like that, we'd get a lot done in this world for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, it was awesome having you here as a guest with us.
Thanks for coming, man. So we smell pizza, so it's
it's
really hard to talk to you, right?
There's our distraction.
I can definitely see the distraction right there.
I think you're looking at it. I'm just trying to all right.
You gotta not look away from it. Yeah. It was awesome having you guys here with us. Up here in Edmonton. Glad we got to have this sweet apartment to have this shot here. Let's wrap it up. Do you have any plugs you want to be doing? Obviously, YK Media.
Yeah, so we have actually a website. It actually looks pretty dope. So it's ykmedia.ca. All one word, no space, no nothing. Just awesome. one word, ykmedia.ca. You can see some of our works there. We also I guess we're on Facebook. So
Yeah.
far, we're not that present on Facebook.
On like the social media.
Yeah, so far we're just mostly right now clients come to us, now to them, or we don't go to them. That's what
Yeah.
we notice. People reach out to us, so
So you're doing something right.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
yeah. And then I guess my YouTube channel so far it's kind of dead. I don't really post content,
Yeah.
but that might change soon. We'll see.
Quansterful.
Yeah, KUANSTERFUL. You can actually see 2 of my short films I made for this competition for Film Riot.
Oh, so awesome.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute short. You might find it relatable, maybe a little funny.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure you're excited to get out and go dancing tonight. I think was what I heard. So we probably shouldn't keep you here too long.
Yeah,
no
we want
problem.
to get dancing too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's, awesome.
Yeah, thanks for coming by once again.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely see you around. Hopefully.
Cool.